Welcome to Jaguar Stadium at Bob Finley Field, home of the Spain Park Jags, who are in a must-win situation when it comes to the 7A Region 3 race. And tonight, they're facing a hot team in Hewitt-Trussville. How much hotter does it get than knocking off number 1 Hoover? Let me rephrase that. The Huskies destroyed the Hoover Bucks. Welcome to Blitz Game Day, everybody. I'm Jeff Spiegel. Scott Griffin will join me in just a moment. We don't get shocked too often around here, but last Friday was a stunner, and the Hewitt-Trussville Huskies want to know, why were you so stunned? Heroes, plenty of them in that game. Paul Tyson threw for 256 yards and 2 touchdowns to Javarius Johnson and DeZalen Worsham. Another tie commit, Pierce Quick, helped open up holes for Amani Goodwin to run for 252 yards, and it was Eric Taylor that delivered the dagger. He turned this pick into a pick six, 56-28 the final. The Huskies' first win over Hoover since 1997.
I mean, we have the potential to be a really good team this season, but not only was that a big win for the program, it was a big win for the whole city of Trussville, in my opinion. You know, we had a bunch of people doubting us, and so to go out and win that game was just awesome, honestly.
Brings us a lot of confidence. I think we had about 350 rushing yards, and so that's incredible right there. And having that behind our backs can scare other teams, and really just brings confidence to us, which will definitely help us on the road.
Okay, I'm lining up against the tight end. Tight end rolls away. I was kind of conditioned. I see the quarterback throws it right at me. I think it hits me on the forearm, then like catches right here. I see the ball in my hand, I just run. Run on with the quarterback, pick six.
Okay, so that sounded like a Hewitt-Trussville review of a win over Hoover rather than a Hewitt-Trussville Spain Park preview, which leads you to wonder, how focused are the Huskies on the Jaguars? After all, Spain Park has lost 3 games in a row, albeit by an average of 6 points each. 2 touchdowns by Jalen Henderson gave the Jags a 14-3 lead at the half over Mountain Brook, but Sparty outscored them 21-zip in the second half. The Jags have lost by 2 to Bessemer City and by a touchdown to Vestavia Hills in the final seconds.
There's some doubt that can creep in with your record, but you know, we're I hate to say this, but we're 5 or 6 plays away from being 4-0 and everything's fine, but that has not happened. So we've had some adversity, so we've got to be better at handling adversity, and I don't think we've been very good handling it right now.
We've been in every game, but we're really beating ourselves and shooting ourselves in the foot right now. We just got to eliminate penalties and turnovers right now. That's our main focus.
To prevent that, we just got to, we know mistakes are going to happen. We just got to keep going and keep pushing play by play.
Let's bring in the guys who will call the game tonight on My 68, Chris Stewart and former Crimson Tide quarterback Tyler Watts. Guys, the Huskies now rank 2nd in the 7A poll. That was quite a statement they made with that win over Hoover.
No question about that, Jeff. And Tyler, they really have to now make the adjustment quickly to go from being the hunter to the hunted.
Yeah, all coaches struggle with getting a team to focus for 4 straight quarters. How do you do it 2 weeks in a row? That's the biggest challenge that the Huskies are going to have this evening.
And especially when all week long, the conversation in class and everywhere these kids go was about what they did last Friday, which does nothing to help them tonight in this matchup.
Nor when you turn on the film and you see that your opponent has lost 3 in a row. But that's the focus and the concentration these players have to have this evening, because we all have seen Spain Park this year. We know they're very capable. They clean up some things. They're a very good opponent.
They are indeed, and in fact, they were up 14-0 last week in their game against Mount Brook, but they've got to find a way to sustain that for 4 quarters.
And over the last couple of years, they have relied more and more on their running game. I look for them to go to that tonight as well and try to not only establish that running game, but milk the clock and keep Paul Tyson and that Husky offense on the sideline.
We talk psychology, but the truth is the Huskies can flat out get after it.
They can score. You better be on your toes.
We will see them tonight. Should be a good one. Spain Park and Hewitt-Trussville. Looking forward to the kick just after 7, Jeff.
All right, guys, thank you very much. We're looking forward to it as well. Scott Griffin joins me now. And, Scott, I guess it's okay if you're wrong if everybody else was wrong too, right? The numbers the Huskies put up, this was no upset. It was a woodshed moment.
The offensive line dominated Hoover's defensive line. They were absolutely fantastic. How bad was it? Paul Tyson, Bama commit, who averages over 300 yards passing. The score was 28-7. He had thrown 8 passes.
Wow.
8.
Yeah.
They dominated.
They did. They ran the football just all through Hoover. We knew Hewitt-Trussville would score, and they did. No one has ever scored that many points on Hoover, by the way. But the defense did something great defenses do, Scott, affect the quarterback.
Well, they made some personnel changes. They really did. They gave a lot of problems to Robbie Ashford, who only had 7 completions and was really bothered the entire game. They moved the 6'5", 6'6" defensive end, Jeff, back to the star position where he got in passing lanes. They brought pressure. Pierce Quick actually came over on the defensive side of the ball in 3rd and shorts and really affected the game. So they tweaked it, and it worked.
2 great running backs in this one. You have Armani Goodwin, the transfer from Florence for Hewitt-Trussville, and Jalen Henderson from Spain Park. Who's got the most pressure to perform in this game?
Probably Henderson because, I mean, they don't have as many weapons as Hewitt-Trussville has. So Henderson needs to be outstanding tonight for Spain Park to have a chance and keep the ball away from Hewitt-Trussville's offense.
What about Paul Tyson? That was a great moment for him. He's kind of labored in the shadows of Talia and Bo.
Well, he needed a big win. And it was kind of cool that he did a big win without going nuts offensively. So, look, this was a captured moment for him. He really shouldn't take a backseat to those guys. It's just the way it is because he can make every throw on the field.
And he is committed to Alabama, by the way. Don't forget that. Coming up next on Blitz Game Day, we'll look at some other mammoth Friday night matchups, including a matchup that was created by the AHSAA reclassification. Steve Savarese, we can't thank you enough.
It's Hewitt-Trussville at Spain Park.
And to play good defense, you got to be selfless. You got to do your job all the time. And we've had a lot of guys do a great job of that. You know, we're real athletic on the D-line. That's one thing that helps us. Probably we got more speed on the D-line than probably most anybody in the state.
Oxford may have the best defense in the state at any level. In 4 games, they've only allowed 6 points. They're outscoring the opposition 158-6. And this is one of the great things about the High School Athletic Association reclassification. Oxford got moved from Region 7 to Region 6. So we get to see Oxford and Pinson Valley go at it tonight. We'll see Pinson Valley's Bo Nix go against that Oxford defense. Last week, the Indians beat Clay Chartwell 28-21. We'll talk a little later about the day Keontez Johnson had. But first, let's hear what Ryan Herring had to say about facing Nix, the Auburn commitment.
The quarterback, you know, I think he would be starting at Auburn right now if he was down there. You're playing against a once-in-a-lifetime guy. I mean, I think he's a once-in-a-lifetime quarterback. So, you know, it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be fun. But, you know, also these kids they know they're playing against special talent in Bo Nix. So, you know, we're looking forward to it.
You know, Ryan and I are on the same page here. So I'm confident now in my prediction that Bo Nix will be the starting quarterback at Auburn next year. Do you want to change your prediction?
No, I can't change. Look, Malik Willis is really good. Now, you're making me feel like I'm talking bad about Bo Nix. Look, if he were the starter, I wouldn't be shocked. But I still think it's going to be Malik Willis. That's no ding to Bo Nix.
All right, let's not rush things, though. Let's just enjoy Bo's last year at Pinson Valley.
Yes.
We saw how Hoover, though, was able to harass Nix, disrupt the passing game. What do you anticipate happening tonight?
Look, Oxford's really good. They're really fast defensively. They've held opponents scoreless. This is crazy. 191 of 192 minutes. Gadsden City scored in the last minute of that game, too. They've got speed. They've got some size. They're ornery. They've got some Division I prospects over there. Now, their schedule may be questionable, so this will be a great test to really see.
Yeah, Kendall McCallum, an LSU commitment.
He's very good.
Jalen Swain, Kristen Booth giving plenty of push up front.
They're fast, yes.
Great linebackers, Keon Fomby, Cross Davis, Garrett Davenport. Lee Osmond's doing a great job over there.
No doubt.
Does that put pressure on Jay Sharp to run the ball effectively for Pinson Valley?
I think so.
Only 65 yards last week.
Look, Bo Nix is really good, but as we talked about, the skill guys are still really developing there, and this is going to be their sternest test of the year. So if you can always get some balance running the football, that's going to help Bo Nix.
What did we learn about the Pinson Valley Indians last Friday?
That they can win a close game. We knew Bo Nix wasn't going to crumble with a first interception on his first drive, and they played a close game and won it. That's what you want to see in a team that thinks they can win a state championship. I know they've talked about not being there, but let's be honest, they're there.
We also learned, Scott, that they've got some pretty quality receivers out there. Picking a blitz ball this week was tough, a blitz ball winner, I should say. We had 2 strong candidates. First, there was Pinson Valley receiver Tez Johnson. What a night he had against Clay Chartwell. 17 catches,